Hi, Gemini. It's Michelle from the Guided Intuitive. How are you? So, I am here to do a spread for you for the month of October 2018. And this will cover all of Gemini's sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus signs too. Okay, so just make note of that. And please, guys, just note that if you do not know what your sun, I guess you would know what your sun is because you're here for Gemini. But if you do not know what your moon, rising, or your Venus signs are, then please be sure to check the description box below. Plug in the digits, and then it will actually pop out your astrological charts. And if you do not know what your date of birth is, just go ahead and plug in 12 noon, and that will help you. And I think you're set to go. And I would check out those other videos too, guys, because they might resonate. And as they come out, definitely check them out. I've done that myself, and it resonates completely. On some of them, but I always find, like a gem of some sort that I think, oh wow, that's really good, which makes me always want to check those other signs out. Because it's all a part of you, right? It's all a part of you. It speaks to you, and it's a part of your astrological chart. So it's a portion of you that's involved in, in your whole overall makeup. So I think it's really important anyway. So that would be my advice. Also, please be sure to continue your likes, shares, subscribes, and note your comments below, you guys. I'm pretty active in those, so I think you guys already know this, and that's one of the reasons why I have a Facebook page as well. So check that out if you're looking for a group of some souls to be involved with on your journey, because that can be really, really helpful. So I definitely suggest that. And I'm doing something new this time. So what I'm going to be doing is a different type of spread. Want to shake it up a little bit, okay? And what I want to do is talk about, I won't talk about it. I'm just going to go ahead and show you, but I'm going to lay out the cards right now as we speak. And I am going to see how this is going to flow for you. I love October. October to me is like a month of play, even though that I'm working my tail end off right now, which I'm sure you guys are as well. I just love the change of seasons, the shifting of energy, and then when that happens with the seasons, that Mother Nature just is able to bring upon us is just so beautiful, inspiring, and it just brings us a different flavor, and I think it's magnificent, So let's go ahead and see what we have for you. So I'm going to bring the camera down, and I'll show you what's at the bottom of the deck, okay? Okay, so, of course, if you guys like a personal read, go to theguidedintuitive.com, and we can hook you up there. All right, so what I'm going to share with you here, and I'm going to kind of move this a little bit, move this over. Okay, gotcha. All right, so what is at the bottom of the deck is she is the moon. Okay, so just as we were talking about the seasons, guys, right? The seasons change and that type of thing. Well, the moon has its different phases as well. And just like the ocean has an ebb and a flow to it, all is not illuminated until it gets to like the full moon, right? It has its different phases. And, we go through those different phases with ourselves where we can maybe not see everything exactly illuminated fully. And it's in those instances that we have to kind of freestyle a little bit, right? We have to kind of go with the flow, right? And go with the way that life's cycles are kind of moving us in. And that's what this is actually calling for. Now, when I see this card, okay, so it's a 21 card, so it's a 3. It's about using that creativity, as well. But when I take a look at this, it to me, it's almost as if that I'm getting it, to me, is like it's talking about that you at this time are being, like this manifestation is unfolding that perfect timing for you. So if there's something that you're manifesting right now, Gemini, and if you feel something's maybe not happening fast, maybe not as fast as you want it to happen, or if you're unsure if you're ready for something, in a love relationship, a work relationship, whatever the case, taking that next step, whatever, brought you to the channel today, this is saying, be assured, all is well. Okay. So if you're not clear about something, and you'd like for something to be more clear to you, the clarity you seek is going to come to you. So this is saying don't fret, okay? Don't worry, Gemini. Don't worry. Don't try to force things, okay? That's the worst thing. Don't force any insight. Just, be with what's happening now. And this wants you to trust, okay? Really, really trust. Because soon you're going to see yourself, just as the moon grows into that full illumination and it reveals itself, it's going to trust, and things are going to come out just like the moon does this illumination in the darkest night, and the darkest night, it fully shines itself out, and it actually shows itself, and it grows full, and all is revealed. Well, the same thing's going to happen to you. You just need to trust, and all that is happening right now. You're moving and you're growing, and all is well. That's the underlying energy. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the past and where you are here. Now, energies do transcend, guys, so just keep that in mind. Your past might be your current situation, or your current situation might be your past, or it may not even come. Your past might even not even be here yet. Just whatever the case may be, I just want to let you know it'll transcend. Sometimes this won't resonate with you a year from now. But this is sometimes it does right now. You're going to know so how it resonates. Take what does and kick out what doesn't, okay? This is talking about coming together, okay? So this is beautiful. And when I see this card here, it's coming together. It's like two things are actually coming together. Now, this could be a relationship of some sort. It's quite beautiful. And what this talks about, and I'll just, have you kind of take a look at this. Yeah, it's beautiful. So you see it right here. It's actually just something is really, really coming together, okay? And this wants you to be aware of that like there's like two souls that are combining. And it's almost as if that it's bringing a lot of passion towards it, and it's like this beautiful wave of attraction, right? This could be coming together. Something's coming together within yourself. Something is coming together perhaps with you and a partner. But something is coming together within each other's worlds, and it might be a partner. You and another soul are coming together, and it's this karmic destiny, and it's unfolding. And it's an expression of the divine. It's beautiful. It's a lot of passion here. And Gemini, it's talking about that the plans are already set in motion many lifetimes ago. So the destiny may have been a romantic purpose. It may have been a sacredness that is sexual in some way, shape, or form, but it may be that sacredness that is creative, that is tender, and it's about learning self-esteem and about learning courage. So this might be a sacredness of yourself, a sacredness of your own sexuality, how you're feeling about yourself and how you're going to express your sexuality and what that is. It's interesting that this is coming up that way. So I've got to make note of it because it's coming up there. So that's what this is saying, is that it may bring an enduring love, an expression of the divine that really shakes your foundation and moves you out of a situation that would have consumed your light and kept you playing small. What this is saying, Gemini, do not play small, okay? I don't know if we've covered this before in one of your readings, but I thought that we did, because this is saying is that this is, don't play small. Whatever's coming together, you and another person is coming together. It's happening. And know that it is of love. Aw, this is great. So this brings guidance that you're going to be moved by love, okay? And whether this is a long-term love or this is a fast and furious love that's coming to you, it is love, and it does have meaning. Let it be what it is. And this is saying don't force it. Let it be, don't force it. Don't force it into what you want it to be, or anything like that, or don't force it to become what you think it must be. Note that it does have worth. There's no doubt that this truly does have worth, and that's what this is saying. And it's going to serve you in your growth, and this is saying enjoy the beautiful experience, okay? That's what it wants you to know. This is also saying acceptance. This is about love. My gosh, are you going to actually propose to someone, or is someone going to propose to you? Because whatever it is, the divine is looking over this and seeing this. This is beautiful. The divine is saying, yes, this is truly divine, that this is, I do bless this. Now, it obviously comes to you to make that choice, and you've got your choices and decisions that you'll make in life, whether this resonates with you. But the divine is looking at this and saying that whatever it is that you're working on, that they truly are watching over it, and it's being blessed. So this is accepting. This is about acceptance, accepting another person for who they are, accepting yourself for who you are, and accepting the divine stepping in as they are. But they're actually blessing this. And what I love about this is that this is a 555 card, and it actually breaks down into a 10, which reduces to a 1. And that 1 is a new beginning, like a new love beginning, a new beginning with yourself, a new beginning of self-confidence, a new beginning with courage. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear. So just let me know. I'd love to hear. This is in the past that could be currently happening at this time, but something is coming together, and it's in divine timing, and it's really having this beautiful advice to you, letting you know that the divine is accepting you just as you are. You don't need to change. You just need, Gemini, to be you. And you've made some sort of offering, maybe a prayer or a sacrifice, and you gave the prayer to the divine and letting the divine take it over. But it's saying you're being transformed into the seeds of how you can be the best that you can be. And your next step is about to begin, right? And that makes sense because it's a 1, new beginning. Now let's go ahead into your current situation. And this is Rings of Time. Now, I believe that Virgo got this, you guys, so go ahead and check out Virgo's reading as well. But this is Rings of Time, and it's a 44 card that reduces to an 8. And this is about divine timing, okay? Divine timing for the spiritual plane to happen on the earthly plane. And the Rings of Time talk about that things do happen in divine timing. You can't, again, force things out. You can't make things happen when you want them to happen. You might feel a little frustrated with the situation, that things aren't coming to fruition as you maybe thought that they would. This is saying, rest assured, the divine has a greater plan, and the divine has better timing than you do. That's what it's saying to you right now. And they want you to know that it's all going to unfold in just the most perfect divine way that it should be folding into, and it will unfold in that perfect timing. Okay? So trust that, and have faith. Trust in that. Okay? And then the next card that you get in your current situation is God speaks. Now, God could be anything. It could be source speaks. Whatever that means to you, that's what this is letting you be aware of. And when I see this card, it is talking to me about that guidance is coming your way, that you're being loved into the becoming. So as you become, you're being loved, okay? And be open to being shown the divine genius. Everything is happening. If you feel you're being nudged, know that you are. You're being nudged by the divine. If you feel you're being held back, well, know that you are. You're being held back by the divine. Okay, so this is what it wants you to know. Again, with the Rings of Time, all is happening in divine timing, and it'll unfold at the perfect time. Okay, so just trust, have faith. When you're captivated by the beauty of nature, or this illogical sense that you can't quite put your finger on, just know that everything's okay, and just listen and just be, right? And because the divine is actually talking to you and reassuring you that all is according to spiritual law and is happening in divine timing. It's cooperating with you. So it's in cooperation with you and your own destiny, Gemini. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this stuff. Okay, so now let's go into what it is that you want, okay? And what it is that you want, we get the Temple, and then we get the Swan. Okay, so let me kind of share with you what this means. So the 59 breaks down to 11, which, is a master number of spirituality, and that brings it down to a 2. And it's a temple. It could be that, perhaps, marriage going, temple, that type of thing too. And then, so just keep that in mind. It could having to do with that. But, so it could have to do with a love interest or going to a temple and becoming closer to the divine. So you're going to know how that resonates. So I'd love to hear you guys on what that is for you here. But what this tells me is that also that it's taking time to smell the flowers and smell, and savor the pleasures of life and renew the connection with your inner lover. So this is the temple inside you as well, okay? The lover and the beloved meet in a sacred space, and they take time, from their cares of the world, and they enter into the sanctuary where only they exist. You are in need of this. Oh, Gemini, you're in need of some time alone with your beloved. And this is saying that meditation, connection to surrendering to the moment, or even having a connection, dancing, making love, intimacy, that's all. Your body and soul need to enter the temple and participate in this sacred ceremony. So choose this gift for yourself and set aside some time. Turn off the computer, turn off all the mobile phones, just turn on music and set the lighting and just be with yourself and your beloved, be in the present moment. And can you be in its temple, and within the temple of yourself, and be present in your own delight. And that's what this is letting you know. So the soul is just bringing guidance to take time to smell the roses and take time to meditate, take time to go to to go to yoga, to do what it is that you need to do that's going to bring out this, the beauty that's within you. And speaking of the beauty within you, the next card talks about the grace and the grace of the swan. And the swan here is leaning into grace. As the swan, as they go on, they're actually on the lake, and they go very softly through the quiet lake, and they're enjoying that sensual vastness that Mother Nature has given them. This is leaning into the grace of this beautiful change within that's happening. Okay, this new beginning and accepting your new self with courage and moving forward to that greater, higher self. For you. And reaching that point, but doing so with beautiful grace. So the swan is just indicating that you're held within the grace of within the grace of a great soul, a teacher of the heart, of the spirit, and then there is endless light that's being bestowed upon you right now for protection. Okay, your path ahead is assured, so it's going to be shifting from hope to a sense of inevitable attainment on the spiritual side of things that are closest to your heart. So just be patient in love, okay? Gemini, that's what this is saying, the love for yourself. And again, more meditation, kindness, yoga, dancing and singing, whatever speaks to your heart, go do that and know that you're one with the divine when you do that. And it's only a matter of time before you realize you're one with the divine, because it's showing itself to you. Okay, through a partnership, through love, through coming together of your soul and realizing that within yourself. It's going to happen in the divine timing. Now let's go ahead and focus on what it is that you need to do. Okay, so what you need to do, Gemini, is get out of the head and drop to the heart. Okay, this is what you need to do at this time. Don't, again, try to make things happen. Get into your heart and start feeling things as it pertains to love, expression, vulnerability, that type of thing. Drop into your heart. This actually is going to really, really help you, okay? And that's what the card wants to remind you of. So just rest assured that maybe if you've been, going crazy in your head and, things are just kind of, you're feeling that you're just, so busy that you want some peace. This is saying, give yourself some peace. Let yourself have some peace. And, drop into the heart and offer it to the divine, and bowing your forehead to your hands in prayer and just offer it to the divine. This is saying there's a place of light that's within that no darkness can touch. Okay. So place your hands on your heart in genuine reflection. And you may choose to offer this burden that you have within you up to the divine. And know that it is a gift to the divine. The divine perceives whatever burden you have as a gift to them. And the divine is going to actually take that gift, turn it around, and bestow a blessing onto you and drop it down to you. Okay? So that is quite beautiful. And this is actually what you need to focus on. So let that burden, give that burden to the source to the source that's higher than you. Let it go and know that it's in great hands right now. You don't have to try to figure it out, okay? And joyfully, it's going to be joyfully received by divine. And then you'll get some sort of blessed gift in return. And this is what it wants you to be aware of, okay? All right? So it will help you. Now, what you get in terms of what you need to avoid, this is called the blood dance. Now, the blood dance is making sure that you are not, this is saying that it wants you to avoid the disconnect of the heart. And it wants you to connect with the heart. The blood rose, it runs through the heart, right? And it's all connected with all the rest of your body, from your head to your toes and all that. And what this is saying, it does not want you to disconnect from your heart. It wants you to have the blood flow and to enjoy the dance of the blood flow through the heart and through your own existence, because you're all connected from head to toe. And what this is saying is that it does not want you to avoid, it wants you to avoid the separation that is within yourself, okay? And it wants the mind to connect with the heart and to drop into the heart and know that all is connected, okay? So it's this dance that's actually taking place here. So that's what this wants you to know, that accept what is being offered now. Whether through it's a challenge that you're experiencing or an easing of a way forward, there's a gift from grace from the divine that's reaching out to you now, and allow her in and also to be blessed. It's a time of an importance in a relationship as well, Gemini. You've been revealing yourself, but and not being afraid of who you are and what you are, and you're sharing yourself, is that willingness to connect. Is really bringing out this beautiful dance. And you can see this person has their arms up, to the light, and it's just such beauty. And this is saying is that you're being acknowledged, and you will attract the response that you need at the perfect time in the perfect way. And this is talking also about every bride, or she'll have his bridegroom. Every bridegroom will have his bride. So this could very well, my dear Gemini, be a proposal of some sort, or a marriage within yourself, you coming together with your own soul, or coming together with another person. So quite beautiful. So what advice can we give to you, Gemini, in this process? Gosh, this is a beautiful read for you. Gosh, you've got this beautiful connection, and it's with grace, and you're coming together with yourself and being vulnerable. Oh gosh, if I keep getting this card, you've got a happy ending. Scorpio got this. I think Capricorn got this. So that might be your moon and rising signs as well. So if that's the case, just know that the happy ending is, 9, it breaks it down to an 11, which is very spiritual master number and spirituality. And then, of course, bringing it down to a 1 + 1 is 2. And, of course, you've got this 2 card of 2 people coming together. You got that depicting on this, coming together here. It's quite beautiful. It's really quite beautiful. What other advice can we give? Spiritual career, guys. You might be focusing on some sort of spiritual career. So let me know in the comments below. Are you moving into that direction? Are you going to school for that? Are you moving into that direction to do something such as this, or maybe something even more? Whatever that is. When I say something even more, it could be doing a spiritual career and something else as well, because I think any spiritual career is quite magnificent. And you're affecting so many souls on this earth plane, and it's the divine work of light and shining light onto others. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There is forgiveness here, so it does talk about forgiveness. So forgiving yourself or forgiving another person is going to be important to get you on this journey. Remember, when you forgive another, you're also forgiving yourself. And if you don't forgive another, you don't forgive yourself. So keep that in mind, okay? And what other advice can we give? Spiritual partnership. Ooh, I love this, guys. You could be coming into a spiritual partnership with someone else, and this is beautiful, a 9 card. So you're going through a transformation. Someone else might be going through a transformation. You come together and do this spiritual thing yourself together. and it just brings that together. And it could be a partnership. It could be a love partnership that is also a spiritual partnership. So you guys are going to have to let me know what that is. And then the final card that we get here is moderation. Take things moderately, okay? Don't don't take everything all at once. It's about it's about moderation through this whole process. You're going through a lot, and and be compassionate with yourself, okay? Be very compassionate with yourself, and this is letting you know that that moderation is going to be just a really key part of it. Okay, so don't try to eat the whole cake at the same time, right? Right. So just really, it could be also moderation as pertains to anything that is overeating, drinking too much alcohol, drugs, overspending, exercise, too much sugar, coffee, sex, anything like that, you guys, because that's an obsessive behavior. And this just is actually serving as a gentle reminder for you right now that, to have moderation within those things. Because that can delay the manifestation of your dreams. And we don't want to do that for you guys, right? We don't want to delay that. So that's what it's saying. Choose to live to your higher self rather than giving into your lower tendencies. And then you'll align with the source, the temple of yourself. Everybody has a shadow side. So you're not, we all have that. And all sides need to be acknowledged, they need to be embraced, and they need to be loved. But when you learn to rise above it, you can make your dreams come true. Okay, so the mantra to remember here is that with temperance and with moderation, I create balance in my life. Okay, I create balance in my life. That's beautiful, guys. And the final cards here, this is stress less cards. I really love these, and I'm just going to actually pull some out. I got in the mail the other day, and this is something that could help you in the process. This is saying, interesting, forget your goal. The next time that you start doing something, figure out your goal. Okay, and this is saying that okay, here it is. Okay. The next time you start doing something, figure out your goal. Okay. When you have, just forget about it. This is crazy. This is kind of interesting. This is just saying is to put your attention and your focus on not on what's supposed to happen. And doing something that becomes easier, that takes less energy. Okay, so I see what this is trying to say. So this is saying that when you have this goal and you're working so hard for it, you're trying to make things happen, this is saying to forget about it. Sometimes you need to do something else more, to kind of get you in better alignment. And then actually it brings you closer to your goal. So go the path that is of least resistance as it pertains to your goal. And that's what this wants you to know. So it could talk about, this moderation or spiritual career, that you've got this goal in mind. And this is saying to, sometimes that you have to, in your mind, you're so focused on it that sometimes you have to forget it for a moment, and instead concentrate on your attention to doing it with the path of least resistance. It wants you to focus on the path of least resistance to this. So it's kind of interesting. And again, I've only got these cards just a little while ago, so it's kind of interesting. You're so focused on doing every part of the process and doing everything yourself that the tension is lost in. So if it's a spiritual career that you're focusing on here, this is saying sometimes you need to set aside your goal and to do something spiritual that gets you back in more alignment, that will allow you to go forward with your goal, but with greater ease. That's what I get from this. So I hope this resonated with you, Gemini, in some way, shape, or form. Note your comments below. I'd love to know. And until I see you in November, namaste.